The UT-A&M rivalry lives on beyond the football field. Now, it's in our flower beds. A recent bloom of maroon bluebonnets on the UT campus leads many to believe that the Longhorns are victim to an Aggie prank. But as it turns out, everything is not as it seems. The Texas bluebonnet is one of the most recognizable symbols of Texan pride that can be found along highways and flower beds across the state. In the landscape beds located on the east side of the tower, maroon bluebonnets have bloomed, and this leads some students to believe that Texas A&M fans planted them as a prank.
They're jealous of our football team and how our campus is better than theirs and stuff.
I feel like they hate us a lot more than we hate them.
Horticulturalist Greg Grant was on the A&M team who helped develop various colors of bluebonnets 20 years ago. He says it takes many years for colored bluebonnets to crossbreed enough to have a strong maroon color, and that it is highly unlikely that the bluebonnets at UT are a result of an Aggie prank.
None of these things are genetically modified. Everybody's keep talking about genetically modified bluebonnets. They're all natural finds from the wild, and they're not even maroon. Those are some errant pinks in there, inadvertently planted. In other words, those pink ones were just like weed seed mixed in with the blue and planted when the blues were planted.
So while it's not unusual to see many shades of bluebonnets each year, students still wonder how these pink ones appeared here on campus, let alone right underneath the UT Tower. Marcus Hogue of UT's Landscape Services is curious to know the same thing.
A student group, with help of Landscape Services, planted bluebonnets in the area. Now, when we planted them, they didn't have flowers on them. But we started noticing over the years maroon bluebonnets popping up. And this year, the beds had quite a bit of them in it.
The alleged prank was meant to be a jab at the Longhorns, but spirits around this campus are too high for it to be taken too seriously. And the century-old rivalry to be the best university in Texas lives on.
So has the university decided what they're going to do about these pink bluebonnets?
You know, they actually decided to keep the bluebonnets. They think they add a pop of color around campus. We love to see your bluebonnet pictures. Tweet us your pictures at Texas News Watch, and you may see them later in tonight's show. Hundreds of people came to the LBJ lawn wearing white t-shirts ready to take part in Holi 2014. Holi is a Hindu festival that celebrates the departure of winter and the arrival of spring. Through the Hindu Students Association, this tradition has been practiced on the UT campus for the past few years. Although this event is traditionally Hindi, HSA member and event organizer IP Sri Rama says the organization is happy that they are able to include students of all color.
We're putting this event on as not only as Hindus, but also as Indian Americans and Hindu Americans, and we're trying to share a piece of our culture with the rest of America, and at least in this case, a small portion of that in the UT Austin and the Austin community.
Brightly colored powders known as rung are used to represent the many beautiful colors of spring. They are thrown in the air and also at each other in celebration of the season. This year, the Hindu Students Association worked very hard to provide free entertainment and gifts for everyone in attendance. And as you can see, they're taking it all in stride.
I heard about this awesome opportunity to be colorful because it's bringing in spring, so I decided to come and get a little color in my life today.
This day of fun was enjoyed not only by students, but also families from the Austin area like Melissa Hood and her family.
What it means to me is springtime and a celebration of life. We're having a great time. We're having lots of fun.
Holi 2014 proved to be HSA's biggest year yet, with over 7,000 people in attendance. They plan to expand this event in hopes of exposing more people to Hindu culture. Taylor Smith, Texas News Watch. Every day of the week, hot lunches like chicken soup and peach cobbler dessert make their way to doorsteps of disabled seniors across the city. This program, amongst many others, has been affected by federal spending cuts that will force a reduction in the amount of meals handed out daily. One of the many volunteers, Kelly Dickens, says he doesn't understand why President Obama has chosen this indiscriminate way of cutting money from the budget.
It's not a good way to handle the budget, and it's just stupid. The people have to deal with it that way.
Meals on Wheels and More have been assisting Austin senior citizens for more than 40 years and provides over 3,000 meals each day locally. The organization's communications director, Thad Rosenfeld, says that the large reduction in federal spending means that they will lose $180,000 in funds every year. That translates to roughly 80,000 fewer meals available to Austin area seniors who desperately need the food.
We feel that it's unfair to put these cuts on the backs of the poor and the disabled. And basically that's who we're dealing with, that's who we serve.
While no current recipients will be dropped from the meal rolls, people who are on the waiting list will have to wait even longer to receive hot meals from kitchens like these. The cuts have not put a damper on the giving spirits of volunteers like Kelly Dickens. However, he does not feel that the cuts should be made to important programs such as this when people are in need of food.
If people are on a waiting list, it's because they have needs that aren't being met, and they're really crucial basic needs.
The budget cuts will have a great impact across the country beyond the Meals on Wheels programs. Until federal spending is under control, volunteers here in Austin will continue delivering meals to as many of the community's elders as they can. Taylor Smith, Texas News Watch. Hi guys, we're out here at the Triangle at Core Power Yoga where Risa Morris, one of our students, spends much of her time. Here, Risa serves as a brand ambassador, but she started out as a student. As a brand ambassador, Risa invites student organizations on the UT campus to come out and partake in free yoga classes, and she also passes out flyers for free classes to students. If you have any questions about becoming involved in Core Power Yoga or in living a healthy lifestyle in general, please see Risa Morris. Taylor Smith, Texas News Watch.